Well, good morning, good morning. Oh, to all of my Facebook friends and to those who are subscribers to my YouTube prayer channel. I Today is a special day for me, and probably some of you, by seeing my little makeshift hat I have on my head, have guessed uh, what today is. And so today is my birthday, but it's not just any birthday, it's actually a milestone birthday for me. And so it makes it super special. All birthdays should be special because that is the day that God saw fit to allow you to be here. And so they should be special to everybody. But milestone birthdays are to me, very important because it marks the earmark of a decade, another decade that you have survived all of the things that have come your way. And so today marks my 60th. Wow, 60. um, I remember when I was a child, and I've often wondered, and I used to wonder all the time when I was a child where I would be when I got old. Then I called it old, but of course, all of you that are around my age, we don't think of ourselves as old now because, when you're 5 years old, then of course 60 seems old. But when you're 60, then now you're thinking about where will you be when you're 90. And so I used to wonder where I would be at this time in my life. And so last night, when my birthday was coming in, it was uh, 12 o'clock midnight was coming around. I began to reflect on some of the things that I've been through. And I tried to think about my first memories of how far back I could remember. And I think the farthest back that I could remember was actually when I was probably around 5 years old, and there was an incident that happened that where I was actually molested at 5 years old. And so to have that be the first memory of mine, maybe it's because it was a traumatic event for me, is the first memory that I have. And of course, there are so many other memories after that, but a lot of them were not fun memories. They were the trials and tribulations that I've been through in life. And as I began last night to reflect on that, and then reflect on what's going on today, um, I still couldn't bring myself to be sad, because today is a day that we all should be happy. Number one, because today is the day that the Lord has made, and He commanded us to be glad and to rejoice. And part of me wanted to be sad, and the reason being is because in December of last year, I was thinking about what I would do on my 60th. I wanted to throw this big birthday party because I never really had a big one. The first one I had actually have ever had was at 57, 3 years ago, when my husband decided to surprise me. But all growing up as a child, I never had a birthday party that I could remember, and mainly because my mom had 8 children, and I was the youngest of 8, and so there's about 17 years difference between me and my oldest sibling. And so by the time I was of an age that I could even start to wonder about life, my older sisters and brothers were all gone, so I was kind of like home alone. And And so I never had that birthday party. And so I thought, I'll give myself a big birthday party at 60 and I'll invite all of my friends. And you happen to be some of my friends that is on my Facebook channel. And when I thought about yesterday, today being that day, and the plans that I wanted to make, coronavirus or the COVID-19 changed those plans. And then I kind of wanted to be like, no, I'm going to spend another birthday, alone. But for some reason, I couldn't be sad. I was still so happy because I realized that in the midst of all that's going on, I mean, we're in the midst of a pandemic. We're in the midst of a protest. The world is in the pandemonium, protesting and violence, almost like a civil war, getting ready to flare up. With so much going on, I still have hope of there being a Pentecost, the three P's, the pandemic, pandemonium, and the hope that even through all of this, that God will cause such great awakening and Pentecost for souls to be saved and for souls to come to Him. Until I'm just so excited today. We have a storm that's approaching, and it's a very, very rainy day out. But in the midst of it all, I still have joy. In the midst of all the things that I've been through, divorce, almost the loss of a child, molestation, the loss of loved ones, losing my sister in January of this year. In the midst of all the loss, and some of you I know can identify with some of the loss that I've experienced, I still have joy because God has saw fit to see me through it all. So I just wanted to come on just for a little bit to allow you to share in this day with me, since I didn't get to have the rent the hotel that I wanted to do and throw the big birthday bash. I just wanted to come on and allow you to share in my birthday today. It will just be me, I guess, and my husband, and maybe a couple of other close friends that might surprise me. I don't know. But I just want you to know that I am so grateful for all God has done. I'm grateful for my children. I have 5. Felipe, my oldest. Eliseo, next to the oldest. Natasha, my oldest girl. Juanita, my youngest girl. And then a lot of you know Diesel and David, my baby, who, it was so funny this morning because he always on this day, ever since he was 5 years old, he always sing this song from Stevie Wonder, I Just Called to Say I Love You. And he normally tries to call me at 12 o'clock midnight to be the first one of my children to wish me happy birthday. But for some reason, I didn't get that call at 12 o'clock last night. And so my oldest daughter called me at 7 this morning, and we were talking for about an hour when he called at 8. And I was laughing because I told her that he was going to be so sad that he wasn't going to be the first one. She broke his record. He was the one that held that title, that record of being the first one to call and wish me happy birthday. And so I'm trying to keep from crying because I don't want to mess up my makeup. Uh, Talking about my children, because most people who know me personally know that they play such an important role in my life, and if nothing else, if my purpose in life has been nothing more than to raise them, to be the intercessor for them, to pray and to guard and to protect and to shield. And I know once they get grown that it's only so much you can protect them from, but it's one thing about it: when you turn them over into the hands of the Lord, He can protect them a whole lot better than we can. And so my job has always been to cover them in prayer, as I have covered many of you in prayer. That is my assignment. That is my call to the nation. And right now, the nation needs so much prayer. So I want to partner with you that is on my Facebook channel and on my YouTube channel, and you out there that may see me. I want to partner with you to let's become that prayer warrior. I am an intercessor. I am a prayer warrior. I am a burden bearer. I have been this all my life. I've carried people's burdens, and that has been my gift. And God has graced me to do that. And so I do it with love. And so I just wanted to share with you this morning and let you know how much I love all of you. And I hate that I wasn't able to throw that birthday bash. Apostle Anya, I love you. You've been there for me and my children with your prayers and with your guidance and with your counsel. Bishop George Bloomer, thank you so much for being there for me and my family. Just so many out there. That if I start calling names, I would be calling names all day. But I just want to thank most and foremost my husband, Bishop Raymond D. Trice Sr., who, and I'm really going to tear up. See, I didn't want to do that, but who, after being apart for 43 years, we met when I was 10 years old in church, and we parted when he became an adult and left and moved to New York, probably in his 20s, if not earlier. So we parted. I was probably about 14 and he was probably about 21. And for 43 years, I had not seen him. And 7 years ago, this year, God saw fit to bring us back together again. And after 2 divorces and 2 hurtful marriages, 3 attempts of suicide, 5 children, God saw fit to bring him back into my life. I'm trying not to cry. And that's why I have no reason to be sad, but for every reason to be thankful and to be grateful. So I want to say to him, I love you, honey. I love you so much. And thank you for being there for me. Thank you for rescuing me in my old age. Thank you for being that balance from that type A personality that I am to the passive, mellow, sweet personality that you are, because you balance me out. You complete me. You make me complete. And I thank God for sending you at a time that I needed you the most. I love you, and I love all of you very much. So from me to you,